What's up, everybody? You're watching Listening Up Gaming News for today. Getting right into it. Something that I'm really happy about. Finally, CD Projekt has announced, or not necessarily announced, but they have hinted with the ESRB rating for the Xbox 360 that The Witcher 2, a game right now that's getting great reviews on the PC, a lot of people are playing it and really liking it, is going to be coming out for the Xbox 360. Now, here's the full story. There was a listing on the ESRB for The Witcher 2. It went up. People got real excited. They saw it. They took it down immediately. And when CD Projekt was questioned on it, they basically said, we've always said that we wanted to make the game for consoles, and now finally we're going to have something to show for it at E3. So basically, bam, confirmed, Witcher 2, Xbox 360, PS3, coming out probably this fall or a little bit later, maybe August or so. So I'm excited. You should get excited. The Witcher 2 is an amazing game, amazing concept, great battle system. So looking forward to that one. All right, next up, the news just keeps getting better and better. We have an official confirmation of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. The PSP title. That was a great game, but maybe not a lot of people play because it's on the PSP. It's coming to PS3. Now, it is going to be up-res, just like I was talking about the Monster Hunter the other day. It is going to be up-res in HD and everything, but there's not going to be trophies. That's one thing that I did get wrong, so sorry about that, but there will not be trophy support. But I mean, it's still cool that we're getting them. Would have liked to have some trophy support, but hey, we get Peace Walker, 2 dual analogs, so you don't have to deal with the one analog stick of the PSP, and in HD, so that's good news. Alright, next up, this one's a big one. Once again, the gaming news just keeps on flowing in. This is quotes basically from Shigeru Miyamoto about the 3DS and about Nintendo's plans for some of the upcoming games like Legend of Zelda, Star Fox, and Super Paper Mario, or, Super Mario 3D. Basically, with what he says about the original Ocarina of Time, which is on the 64, he says this. It ran at 20 frames per second on the Nintendo 64, but on the 3DS it runs at 30 frames per second. So there's extra smoothness of movement. The graphics too have been strengthened. You can feel the immersiveness of its world in 3D. Plus the touchscreen lets you place items wherever you want them to be. In the original it was really difficult. Say you had to change into your boots in the water dungeon, but now it's easy. In the original it could be confusing when, say, using the bow, whether you were supposed to push the stick up or down, or to aim it. Now we'll have the gyro sensor on the 3DS. It's easy. Now, coming from somebody who's played the original to death, I see exactly what Mr. Miyamoto is saying, especially that water dungeon. Anybody who's played Ocarina of Time, you know that water dungeon, switching to those boots, pressing pause, going into your menu, having to press the boots on, using the boots, then taking them off and putting them back on to solve the puzzles. It's just annoying. So, they're fixing that, which is going to be really good. It's going to be awesome. And on to the next thing, basically he's talking about Star Fox, how it's using the gyro sensor and the joystick, which is cool. If you haven't played Star Fox, that'll be a good time to pick it up for the 3DS. $40 might be a little steep, but maybe you wait until it goes down in price. I've already played that game so many times. I'm not necessarily interested in it, but it'll be cool to see, maybe rent it, check it out when I get a chance. Now, Super Mario 3D, which is the other big one. This is a brand new title, of course, that they showed a little bit, I think, at GDC. They showed a little bit of it. It's bringing the raccoon suit back. Anybody who played Mario 3, and if you haven't played Mario 3, you're crazy, but anybody who's played Mario 3 knows, man, that raccoon suit, that's when Mario means business, when he takes out that raccoon suit. So they're basically bringing that back, and we have a quote from Miyamoto here. He said, Super Mario 3D will be a combination of Super Mario Galaxy, which is an excellent game, and Super Mario 64. Although that doesn't exactly convey what it's like, you can play it at E3 and you will see what I mean. For example, when floors are floating in space in 2D, it is difficult to judge distances, but in 3D, it is easy to. If I tell you everything, I won't be able to talk about anything at E3, but the power-ups you mentioned are what you think they are, and you probably know what's going to happen using those characters already. Miyamoto, I love you. Yeah, the power-ups are what you think they are. Yeah, instead of like Mario Galaxy, when you pick a power-up, it only lasts for a couple of seconds and then it disappears. Yeah, now finally we're going to get those power-ups and they're going to stay throughout the whole level. And that's going to be awesome, because if I had one complaint about Galaxy, that was one complaint I had, is that basically a lot of the suits you pick up, they end up just running out. Like the Fire Flower would run out, and other suits like the Rock suit would run out. It'd be really cool if you could just keep those on and keep on playing with those, you know. And but finally bringing it back to the old school style. So that's good news all around. Alright, and last but definitely not least, we have some more Shinobi details coming in, which I did report on. Shinobi was going to be released for the 3DS sometime this year or next year. Now we finally have some first details. I'm just going to ramble off some of the coolest ones. Basically, it's going to be a 2.5D side-scroller. It's going to have a new ninja hero, one that wasn't featured in the previous Shinobi games. There's going to be katana strikes, combo attacks, juggle your foes while they're in the air, take on enemies from afar with an auto-recharging supply of kunais, blast foes with fire, water, lightning, and shadow magic. It's going to be a double jumps, evasive slides, grappling hooks, wall jumping, all that ninja goodness that you guys are definitely going to love. I know I'm really excited for this. I played the Shinobi on the PS2, I played the old school ones, I even played the old Tiger electronic handheld ones where you put like 2 AA batteries in and really crappy graphics. I even played those ones. So I'm excited to finally play a new Shinobi game. The last time I got one was 2004. So it's been a while, and I'm really excited to definitely get into some of that. But that'll be the gaming news for today. Like I always say, guys, play a lot of games, you know, be healthy, you know, have fun, and take it easy. Peace out.